A Mik Tek Studios podcast update. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in for this quick update here on the Mik Tek Studios podcast. So, little behind the scenes things that are going on as far as for the next episode, a little bit of a delay, and here's why. So, obviously, most people, just about every business that I can think of, is dealing with how they're going to continue doing business for the foreseeable future. It's a pretty big topic to cover. And I figured with the type of content that I've been doing recently with the podcast and how to do your statement of work, what to look for, things like that, this was kind of a no-brainer, but it did take a little bit of research. Now, the difficulty is the information's been changing on an almost daily basis. So I reworked some of the content that I was in the middle of editing before this, put it aside so that this could take precedent. Had a bunch of information last week, had a couple of guests actually speak on it and some resources, and it's changed. The banking systems, the setup has changed. Even the bridge loan that as of today, they stopped taking applications for because the banks are also overwhelmed and changing their processes ends today, or did end today. So I had all of this ready to go because I thought it'd be important for listeners who are small, medium-sized businesses, entrepreneurs, anybody looking for this type of resource and content right now. I don't give power to the pandemic going on. I do inspire and support those that are trying to get through it and give them the best support possible with the contents and the experiences that I have. I've decided right now to pull the episode that was going to come up because it is going to be just out of date by the time that everybody hears it this Wednesday. And I don't think it's really fair to have content that might be somewhat correct. It's been very difficult. This is the second week that I've had to pull this. I don't like missing content, but at least you guys know why. I hope there will be an episode finished in time for this Wednesday. That's usually when we do drop new episodes, Wednesdays, so that you guys can take a listen to the newer content that you have to look forward to. But I don't think this is going to be something that we're going to launch for this week. I'm hoping potentially next week. I know it is information, the Paycheck Protection Program, the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, the EDIL emergency grants, and things of that nature are really, really important. Everybody wants to know what's going on and the most up-to-date information. And unfortunately, it's just literally changing day by day what the qualifiers are, where to go, who to ask, who's taking them, what banks are still open. For my experiences, unfortunately, the banks don't even really know what's going on. So it's kind of difficult. I'm sorry. I know that it's hard to be consistent in this time frame, but we will get through this. At least you guys know what's going on my end, and hopefully you guys are doing okay. This is not something we've ever faced before, but it's just a day-by-day thing, and we'll get through this. All right? Thanks for checking out this update. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment. Check out some of our other episodes, statements of work, intro to starting your podcast, the updates for 2019 and 2020 if you want to laugh. Check it out. Appreciate it. Appreciate all of your support and everybody who has liked, commented, and subscribed in the past.
The Mik Tek Studios podcast, your source for design, entertainment, marketing conversations, and content. Amazing guests, tips, humor, and stories available on iTunes, Google Podcasts, YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, Podcast Addict, and your podcast app of choice. This has been a Mik Tek Studios production.